Hello students, once again I am back with my class. Today I'll be telling you a story that is Siddhartha Saves the Swan, where the main character is Siddhartha. He comes across a wounded swan, and how he is going to save the swan, that I'll tell you in this story class. Long time ago in Kapilavastu, which is in the Himalayan kingdom, there lived a king whose name was Suddhodana. So, King Suddhodana. Suddhodana. Let me write the names of the characters so that it will be easy for you to remember. These are the characters. With his wife, Suddhodana with his wife named Maya. So Queen Maya, another character of the story. Now these people were just and kind rulers. Here the word just means who is morally correct or who looks everyone in equal eyes. So one day it happened that the queen gave birth to a baby boy. The parents named the baby Siddhartha. So Siddhartha was the name of the baby boy. So he's the son. He is the son of these parents. Their father. He is the father, the king, and queen is the mother. Okay. Now you know who is Siddhartha. Siddhartha is none other than Gautama Buddha. So let me write here. Gautama Buddha. Okay. So you see, he is the father, Siddhartha's father, and his mother, Queen Maya. Okay. Now I hope you heard the name of Gautama Buddha. If not, later on you will know him well. So many people came to visit the king's palace to bless the baby boy. Among the visitors was an old hermit, another character, old hermit. He was one of the visitors in the king's palace. The hermit is a person who lives alone without his family for religious reasons. It means a sadhu. The king asks the hermit, "Tell me, O seer." Seer means a very wise person who people think can predict the future or tell the future. Now he's asking the hermit that what does the future hold for my son? The priest answered that your son could become a great king one day. If not, he might choose to leave the kingdom and lead a life devoted to truth and meditation. So the king was shocked to hear this. Why? Because the priest said that either their son would be a great king or he might leave the kingdom and go. So the king was not at all happy to hear this. He said that no, my son will be a king like me. Yes, quite natural for a father to think like this. Now, Siddhartha gradually grew up surrounded by riches and luxury. Luxury means a lot of good things like good food, good clothes or toys, etc. Now, when he was 7 years old, his father called him and asked him to start his training as he would rule that kingdom one day after the king. So Siddhartha started his training with his cousin Devadatta. So another character is Devadatta, who is the cousin of Siddhartha. Okay, another relation. So the training here means like horse riding, archery, means bow and arrow, etc. Every day when Siddhartha's lessons were over, he would go and play in the palace grounds. He would go there and he was amazed to see the beautiful swans. He loved watching the swans. One evening, he saw 3 wild swans flying overhead. Then suddenly, one of the swans fell on the ground. Siddhartha was worried and thought what could have happened to it. He at once went to the swan and saw that it was wounded and stroked it gently. He treated the wound with medicine. Devadatta arrived quickly and said that it was his swan because he was the one who shot the arrow at the swan. Siddhartha said, "How can it belong to you? It's a wild swan, not a pet." But Devadatta kept on saying that it was his. So Siddhartha said, "Okay, let us go to the king and settle the matter." So the king listened to the boys patiently. Devadatta kept on arguing by saying that he had shot it with his arrow, so it belongs to him. On the other hand, Siddhartha kept on saying that the swan belonged to him as he was the one who saved his life. Just then, an old hermit who was dressed in an orange robe appeared in the door. Okay. The king welcomed him and the hermit thanked him. He said, "Your Majesty, I believe I have a solution to your problem." Problem means, you remember that the 2 brothers had an argument about the swan? Yes, so everyone in the palace looked at the hermit curiously. He said, "O king, none of us wants to be in pain or to die. It is the same with this one. It wants to live, so it should go to whoever gives it life." So, here who gave the life to the swan? Yes, it was Siddhartha. So the king also said to the hermit that, "You are right, Siddhartha. Siddhartha shall keep the swan." So he decided that yes, Siddhartha can keep the swan. Devadatta stood silently. He remembered how kind his mother had been with who had once fallen and badly injured his leg. He felt sorry for the swan. So the 2 brothers decided to look after the swan until it was well. They took great care of it, and very soon the swan was completely healed and was ready to fly. So they took the swan to the lake and set the swan free. The other 2 swans had come. All the 3 birds were happy and flew towards the mountains. So students, did you like the story? Okay. Now children, you will be getting a worksheet where you have to answer a few questions and one reference to the context. It's very easy. Try to solve on your own. You will also be getting the answers of the worksheet. And with this, I'm ending my video here. Thanks for watching. Till then, bye-bye and see you in the next class.